Hello, Susan. How are you? Just hanging out. I thought I had the cameras on. I just finished a Zoom meeting and I thought it is 4:32 a.m. I might put the time on so you guys know what time it is where I am. How are you, Susan? Are you good? Let's pop that in the corner here. Hello, Tamara. Just hanging out, you know. Hello, Sheila. Music is good volume, but can't hear you. Can't hear me? How about now? Tell me. Testing. Barely hear me. It's at full volume. Just double check everything's fine. Okay, maybe Sheila, just maybe your volume. Thank you, Tamara. You know, sometimes I'll have my volume down on my computer. How's everyone? So it is Friday, 9th of January. You might be asking, what am I doing up so early? I don't know. Because it's me. Yesterday. So yesterday I had, let me know if my volume is good. I can turn the music down a bit. Yesterday, I was feeling a little bit lost. No, I was feeling a lot lost. I'd been, the last couple of days, my mood has been, you know, probably because of, you know, the festivities. The festivities are all over the place. Now I can see that it's peaking. Christmas over, my son's younger son's birthday, my birthday, New Year, back to the normal grind. And yeah, the last couple of days, mood has been meh. So tell me how your first few days or first week of the New Year's been. I'm just updating my journal. So I've got the camera over here, so then that way, you know, if there's any sensitive info, some stuff that's private, it's not blasted to the rest of the world. I'm struggling to find back in my routine at the moment, and it's just the, you know, this what do they call it, this weird time between Christmas, New Year, what is it? What do they call it? Today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. That's the day. Yesterday, though, I was talking to my oldest son, and it was his first day back at work. after his high school exams, and he said, oh yeah, we're going to have the where he works, their Christmas party will be, I think, this week. And I went, what? Why? And it's like, oh, because of I don't know if you guys know, back on I'm not too familiar when the first day of Hanukkah is, and there was unfortunately a shooting in the Bondi Beach here in Sydney, and so the Christmas, I guess, festivities hello Sheila, hello Sheila, nice to see you. Just became a member. Thank you so much. We're going to have a weekly brain dump on my Sunday. If you're in the US, it'll be your Saturday. Let me pop that. Where can we pop the nice? Let's pop that here. Thank you so much for joining. I'm trying to make the the chat look pretty. So then there we go. That should be good. And so oops, where did my thing go? So yeah, today's I'm just hanging out. Trying to get back, just like you, Tamara, getting back into the swing of things, getting back into routine. What's happening with let's have a look, what's going on? So Sheila, winter blast get me bad, getting sick this week doesn't help either. Yeah, no, that's not good. I think I was getting sick, itchy throat and coughing in the evening, and so that's no good. Have all your lovely remedies. Never know the day, do we? Yeah, so my son was going, their Christmas celebrations won't be until I think this week or next week. And somehow I thought Christmas, in my head, it felt like Christmas was 3 months ago. And I went, oh, that was just like last week. Was it last week? Yeah. Oh, the time's just all over the place. So, but yeah. Yes, Sheila, get well soon. And Irene, did I say hello? Hello, Irene, the budgeting mama. How are you? Well, like I said, I'm just hanging out. I had the camera on after a Zoom meeting. And so I thought, why not just already start the day? I'll probably lose energy at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock, have my nap. But yeah, anyone get anything exciting for Christmas? Let me know. Let me know. Yes, get well soon, Sheila. Exactly. Let me know. What did everyone get? I didn't get anything because I had asked for this camera here, which is an Osmo Pocket 3 camera. Do I need another camera? No. But because Christmas and birthday, my birthday is all a week apart, I thought, let's just get mum a nice camera. See, there it is. There's the camera, and I'm hoping to do more behind the scenes. You guys can tell me, as a content creator and a YouTuber, they tell you, make sure the content that you you upload, or the type of videos you upload are the things that what you're known for. My planning, my habit tracking, my self-care, and being kind to yourself and not putting too much pressure. But then that's not the only things I do. I do arts and how-tos and craft, and I want to get back into sewing. And so I actually, let me see if could I do it? Hang on, I'll move this. Okay, I'm gonna see if you can. I will show you. Oh, my headphone. I will show you. I have set up my sewing area. Let me see if I can. I could do it here. Can you see? Okay. Ooh. I have set up my sewing table, and I want to do more sewing, and that is what I did yesterday. To get me out of my own head. My head was just swirling with trying to get the phone back, sorry. My head was swirling, I was feeling lost, I journaled about it, so this is where I journaled. What did I write? I wrote, what's going on here? What's going on? I've got everything all set up. I've got, weekly brain dumps. I've got my plan with me, my podcast. I've started doing podcast again, and newsletter. I've got everything, tickety-booing, and had this in limbo. Now, there's studies that I have read, and I'm sure if you read it, try and research it, there's this thing before any uptake on any changes you make or any habits that you start, or there's always what's called the plateau, and so where it's just any changes is not visible yet, any transformation is not visible yet. And for me, who likes to see reward, like to see progress, right, like to see those things, if it's just even and there's no major reward, no virality, like just steady subscribers and steady views, it feels like to me that I'm not moving fast enough, that I should be doing more. And so yesterday, hello Alexandria, nice to see you, my girl from the future. Yes, that's right. Friday here in Sydney, Australia. I'm trying not to show my tummy, but hey, that's okay. It's okay, because we gotta love ourselves. That's what I'm trying to tell myself. I gotta love my rolls. That's where my arm can come in. Strategically placed arm. Yeah, so just that feeling of limbo, or as Tamara said, just trying to get back into the routine. Tamara's Mama Mitdat. And so through my journaling, so here I have written down, hello Victoria, hello everyone, hope everyone is having an amazing day. We're just having a little bit discussion about how yesterday, as well as the last couple of days, my mood hasn't been, not bad. It's not bad, but it's just meh. And so here on my journaling yesterday, I had written, what's going on here? And I wrote, hello brain, what's going on? I thought we were good. Now we are feeling a little bit lost again. While I was writing that, I wrote down, I'll read you what I wrote down. So if you are feeling this as well, maybe this can get some ideas happening for you how you can get out of it as well. Now I do have a halt video. First things to ask yourself is, are you hungry? Are you angry? Are you lonely? Are you tired? If any of those four things happen, have things in place, like if you're hungry, eat. If you're angry, go out for a walk, or go into your room, scream in a scream in a pillow or a cushion. If you're lonely, reach out to a friend, or if you're tired, have a nap or have a rest, or don't put too much on your to-do plate. All of those were, I wasn't hungry, I just had breakfast. I wasn't angry, I wasn't lonely, and I was probably tired, having my early morning. But where was I? What was I up to? Oh, yeah. So if any of those are not the reason why, and none of those were the reason why I was feeling lost and feeling unsure and feeling those anxious thoughts, having those anxious thoughts. So anyway, I was writing down what's going on here. So while I was journaling, I said, ooh, wait, I think I know what's going on here. There is, so for me, there's no immediate reward with the things that I'm currently doing, as in not big enough. Everything's steady, So I'm on Instagram as well. I'm here on YouTube. Everything is going along well. The graph is spiking up. There's no major virality. It's steady. It's a nice steady growth. On Instagram as well, it's getting my normal average views and comments and reach. So from the analytics side of things, as a content creator, everything's nice, even Steven. And then here for my personal life as well. Hello, Jennifer. Happy New Year, joining in from Tennessee. Hello. We're just having a nice casual chat, sharing my feelings of being lost the last couple of days. And then also for my personal things, again, the festivities is finished. My younger son turned 17 on the 30th of December. It was my 51st last Saturday. And now we're just, waiting for our homeschooling. We're going to start homeschooling my younger son, who's on the autism spectrum, at the beginning of February. So we're going to have a nice, go along with the same time frame as the, mainstream school year. And then, of course, my older son, he's now, out of school. He's going to have a gap year, so he won't go straight into uni. And so we're just, personal-wise, everything is good. Like there's no major big events, no major upheaval. Everything is ticking along nice and steady as well. So there's nothing that's like grand. And I think for me, the way my brain works is I want things to be like big transformations, that I can see something, that's progressing well, that because I equate that I'm doing something good, that I'm doing something that's worthwhile. So this is just how my brain works, and this is, probably 20, 30 years worth of, what's the word? Thinking. There's another word, but for the last 20, 30 years, I equate success to, promotions, making lots of money, having lots of, material stuff. And when I find that everything is just nice and steady, and funnily enough, that's my word for this year, is steady, I equate that to I should be doing something more. And so my feelings of being lost in the last couple of days, because everything is steady, which is what I want it to be, I still in that frame of mind that I should be doing more. So anyway, in my journaling is I need to have in my day-to-day life immediate reward, something that I can see that I've done well or that I have accomplished. And so for me, that is being creative, whether doing something artistic, sewing. So you saw my little sewing table there. And so let me see if I can show you. Where is it? Can you see what's here? I have yesterday, come here little ones, because I used to sew. When my boys were babies. I used to sew. I had a handmade doll business. If you want to share, if you want me to share that, I'll let you know. You're used to chaos at the you're used to the chaos that the calm is uneasy. Yes. So my brain thinks that when everything is steady, because remember, our brain is always looking for familiarity. That's why a lot of us are scared to do something new, because it's much easier to stay in the known than being uncomfortable in taking risk or doing something new. So yes, you're right, Irene. My brain is used to always having things fast-paced or big, grand transformations or progress. So anyway, so one of the things as well that I wanted to do in 2025 was add more creativity into my day-to-day life. From time to time I did it, but not intentional enough. So are these not the cutest things? So I sewed yesterday these two little ones with their little overalls or dungarees. So you got a little bear and you got a little bunny, and I'm going to make a kitty cat version as well as a doggy version. And because I used to sew, I have a lot of fabrics, like queen size bed, one of those MALM, MALM IKEA beds that the mattress goes up, and that all under the bed is full of fabrics. And of course, I've got all my sewing paraphernalia. We'll cover her up. Oops, she's naked. And guess what? These little overalls are reversible. So I sewed them with the sewing machine, and then hand stitched them the back. Hand stitched the back, okay, and the leg. Let me see if I can go here. Okay, I hand stitched that close, so then it can be reversible. And then let's pop her so then they could be matching. And now I just have to get more of these little snaps, because I think I have them somewhere, but I don't know. I haven't sewn in so many years. I don't know where all of my other little sewing haberdasheries are. And so look at them. Aren't they adorable? So I don't, for the moment, I am creating and sewing them as part of my intentionality to be creative and to give myself an intrinsic reward. So it gives me a clear start and finish in my day or in my week, where I love being able to see what I can create with my hands, whether it's, do-it-yourself stuff or sewing. I know, those are so cute. Are they not? Are they cute? Hello. And then, yes, so I used to, let me see if I can show you. So if you go on Instagram, and the business name that I had, let me see if I can pop it in the chat. the business name of my handmade doll, let me see, will that work, is Cook You Some Noodles. Okay, so Cook You Some Noodles. Let me see if I can share the screen. Copy. Let's see. Let me share this. It may not allow me because it might ask me to go and sign in. Okay, so it won't let me because it's and I don't want to sign in. Will you be selling these? Most likely I will, Irene, but I don't know yet. For the moment, I'm just going to enjoy making them. But yeah, so if you go, you'll see I used to make handmade dolls. These were when my boys, who are now 18 and 17, when they were babies. So I taught myself how to sew, looked up on YouTube, of course, how to sew. I mean, I could sew, in home economics and sewing class in high school, but I thought I'd start off with something small and something easy. And then so I'll also share, I can't remember where this pattern's from. I bought it from Etsy. I'll try to remember, but I'll share it in the description when I find it. And so, but yeah, so the two eyes are normally my style of my teeny tiny dolls. So I did that for a couple of years and did really well with it. And so I miss sewing and all that stuff. But yes, it's just that, of course, when the boys started going to school, I was in and out of the home, pickups and school activities. So, and because I did it for, I think, a number of years, same thing again. I think my brain is what they call neurospicy. I'm not diagnosed or anything, but I'm one of these that need constant, changes and different things. So there we go. We have reversible, and then I'm, even thinking of putting little bows in their hair, but they can be unisex. So, and then look at this cute little fabric with the birdies. I have so much great fabrics, but yeah. So, I want to go and enjoy being creative again, and maybe 2025 is yes, I have a couple of sewing doll kits of 2 Hetalia characters. I thought I was buying the finished dolls. I don't sew like that. Yes, but yeah, so they're just adorable, and so I want to get back into it because I think what it is I need variety. I need to be able to see reward that's hello, how are you? And I used to do this. I used to take photos of my dolls and videos of my dolls and make them chatter. And so, and now it's like, it's exciting to plan creative blocks in my day. So, still, of course, continue with all my content creation on YouTube. So my plan is, so we've got Monday live stream. Okay, so that's plan with me. Whatever I'm doing, you just plan. You plan your things. I've got the Wednesday podcast. So, for those of you in the US, it will come out your Tuesday. And then I'm also thinking about having just I tested it out the other day, quiet desk, where midweek, because sometimes if you're like me, who lose the motivation to plan because it's midweek, what do they call it, when's midday hump, is that, no, midweek, oh my goodness, brain fog. Please remind me. I know Irene can remind me, but I don't know who might want to make them. What are the Hitalia characters? Let me have a look. What are Hitalia characters? Hitalia characters. Oh, they're cool. I love podcasts. Oh, you do? I love them too. I've been getting so many lovely comments. Just, I think if you and I are the same, we can go for a couple of days feeling motivated, inspired. Yes, let's do this. And then, of course, whatever happens in our brain, whether it's, the way we're wired or just how culture and society have, trained us to think that if we're not doing enough, we're not good enough, or if we're not moving fast enough, that we're not worthy. And just those midweek reminders that it's okay. If it's okay if we're not getting everything done on our to-do list, as long as we're getting up, trying again the next day. So I'm glad that you like the podcast. So for season 1, so I've already actually, this is where probably the feeling lost has come in, because I have planned already ahead of, topic and themes of what the podcast will be. So season 1 is about a gentle start. So it's going to be an 8-episode season. So I just released episode 2 yesterday, and it's about how, what we plan doesn't match up real life, and then we feel disheartened because we plan so well. When we do our Plan With Me session on a Monday or your Sunday, we've got everything sorted out, and then yes, I'm going to do it that day, and I'm going to do this that day, and then we don't because our energy is low, something happens, or we're not motivated, or we procrastinate, and then midweek we go, oh, I must have failed. What a loser, Marianne. You got a lovely planner and you set it up and you don't even touch it. And so we've got to stop thinking that, because what we plan, sometimes it's too grand. Or I think, I'm not sure if it was one of you that said that, we have so much high expectation of ourselves. It's because, we want to do better, right? So we set our planners as if we know we're always going to be, full capacity, 100% energy, nothing will disrupt us. We're all happy all the time, and we're motivated and we're inspired. And then we wake up on a Wednesday and go, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know why do I feel this way? And if you're, my age, a lot of us are going through perimenopause and changes in our lives, whether, kids have grown up or now we've got to look after elderly parents. There's just so much pressure on us and our age group. We were told 20, 30 years ago, you got to do this, this, and this. Don't cry at work. Don't be bossy, because then you'll be seen as the B what. And it's like, oh my God, so much pressure. And no wonder we go and feel so overwhelmed, because we have carried all these things, all the society has told us what we should be. If you want to be a mum and work, why you do that? Stay at home or go to work. Or for you to be a success, you have to climb the corporate ladder, make lots of money, have a nice car, have a house. Oh my God, can we everybody just leave me alone and let me play with my pens and markers and sew? But no. So, and a lot of it, we've carried for so long, or we've carried that thing someone said back when we were 10, an auntie, or, we've been compared to our cousins. Oh my God. And then we think that it's us, and it's actually not. So our generation it's carrying a lot, and that sucks. So now it's time for us to, to take it back and to give ourselves permission to not be multitaskers, give ourselves permission not to have everything perfect. And if we want to stay in our pajamas all weekend, that we can. But yeah, so that's what I did. That's what I did yesterday afternoon. And you know what? My husband said, if you could only see your face right now, you are beaming. Your smile is from ear to ear. Because I was showing him, I said, look, and you can reverse their outfits. And so I have to be more intentional in putting fun, joy into my day, into my week. That's just for me. So if you too are feeling a little bit, I don't know what's going on. When was the last time you did something fun? What's that thing that you want to do? And it doesn't have to be the whole day. It doesn't have to be half a day. You can do a little bit of stitching, hand sewing. Do you want to try watercoloring? And so, later on, once I start to, if I'm seeing benefits in doing these things, then, we can also maybe try and do, a creative session where you do what you do, I do what I'm doing. I'll create a space. We can jump on chat like this and go, what's everyone making? Sheila, what are you cooking? So but yeah, so that is what brought joy and smile back to my face yesterday, according to hubby. And so they're going to live over here for a little bit while I make more friends for them. Let's have a look. You stay there, don't fall off. So where are they? There they are. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go check this out. Hey, come back. I need, what have we got? Sheila says, I need to do that for myself. Getting out of the rut can be difficult though. Yes, isn't it? Because we have been doing the same thing over and over again. Like anything, it takes time, doesn't it, to get out of the things that we've been doing for so long. So what do you, apart from cooking, and I think, Sheila, you like gardening too. I know you have a nice little deck area in your backyard. What do you like to do? What sort of things that's just for you? I mean, if you love cooking, that's fantastic, and baking. But what sort of things do you like just for you? And then go and put it in your planner. Maybe if it is something, like watercoloring, instead of going, I want to watercolor on Thursday, break it down. Maybe just go, this is for everyone, whatever it is you want to do. Sometimes we go, I don't have time to watercolor, or I don't have time to do any of that. Maybe the thing that you put in your planner is, maybe you can go and write, okay, on Saturday, I'm going to look for my watercoloring paints. Or on Sunday, I'm going to look for my knitting needles. Or I'm going to look for my crochet. Or I'm going to look at Pinterest and see if there's any patterns. So whatever it is, find it in your time and go for half an hour, for 10 minutes, for 5 minutes. This is what I'm going to do that brings me joy. And then you go, wow, your brain will go, that felt nice. And then your brain will now start seeking it. But you need to give yourself a cue. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to play with my, let me see if I can play. You know, I've got all of these different things I have on here. Let me see if I can play with some of my, let me see if this will work. Okay. I'm going to play with my iPad. Okay. So, will this work? Will this work? Let's have a look. Let's go make this black ink. Okay. So this is where I've figured out that I needed something that had immediate reward, you know, immediate as in that day. So they, who here has heard the habit loop? Okay, so the habit loop, what is this here? I can't figure out what that is. What is that? Okay, hang on. Let's get rid of that. That's better. Okay, so the habit loop, there's one I've heard has 3 things. The other one has 4. Okay, so you've got to have a cue. Wait. Let me play habit loop. Because I'm a visual person, so I need to figure this out for myself first as well. Oi, what happened? Poop. Does it go back? No. Okay. Habit loop. Okay, so you got to have a cue. Okay, so that could be in the morning. First thing, your cue is the morning or getting up. You drink a glass of water. Or cue could be, you know, putting your your runners or your sneakers by the door so you go outside. Never heard of that phrase. The habit loop. Remind me, Sheila. So then that way, because I know sometimes I don't see the whatchamacallit, the chat right away. So cue, what is it that can cue, or they say trigger? Okay, what can trigger you to do what it is? So let's say maybe if you want to do more drawing or painting or crocheting, have all of that handy. Don't have it in the cupboard. Okay, so then you do the cue. What's the next one? Is craving. I think there's one habit loop says there's 3, and then one habit loop says 4, based on, I think, what's going on? Let me just lock that. Craving, and then there is the routine itself, and then there's the reward. So if you ever find yourself wanting to do a habit and you're not sticking to it, maybe one of these things may not be strong enough. Maybe there's not enough bigger trigger. So for me now, my cue is my sewing desk or my sewing table. So every time I walk past it, it's going to remind me, Marianne, let's make something this week, or let's make something today. Okay, so the craving is, you know, that you want to go and be more healthy, or you want to be more creative, or you want to, you know, be more relaxed. That cue could be reading. Okay, so if you want to read more, your cue could be your book next to your bedside table, or if you want to journal, your journal by your bedside table. So what is it that will trigger you to remember to do the habit you want to do more of? Okay, and so the routine, of course, is so the craving is, what's the reason you want to do this? So you want to read more, you want to be more creative, you want to be healthier, you want to walk more. And what's the routine? So that's the walking, that's the sewing, and you have to find a reward, because and immediate. So don't go and say, okay, I've just done I've walked outside, and I'll reward my make sure the reward is not something that will undo the habit. So don't go, oh, now I can have a donut. So the reward has to be immediate, so then your brain links it together to say that, oh, that felt good, let's do that again. So my reward is the little toys. I see right away that it's something that brings me joy, because I thought of to start with it was just fabrics, and now it's a little toy. Okay, so the reward could be, for us planners, a lot of the time the reward is ticking our to-do list or marking it off our habit tracker. So try not to wait until the end of the day to go and mark down those little ticks on your tracker, because then maybe you can use a highlighter. Those are tiny little rewards that will signal to your brain that that let's do this again, because last time we did this, it made us happy. Okay, so that is what's called the habit loop. For a habit to be to stick or to be more effective, it has to have all those 4 components. So I think it's based on James Clear's Atomic Habits. Is you gotta have a bigger cue. So if you go, oh, I want to walk more, and then you go, I'm not walking more. So for me, I'm not walking every day, because my cue is not visible enough, or it's not loud enough, or it's not grand enough. So I need to make sure I put my walking shoes, because at the moment it's sort of like in a drawer. I'll put socks in it, but then I need to put it next to the door or next to my bed. So then when I wake up, it's a cue. Is like, oh, I remind myself the shoes are on next to my bed. Let's pop them on, go for a walk first thing in the morning. So, and then the craving is, why do I want to walk? So I can be healthier. Why do I want to garden more? Because I feel good after. And then you do the routine or you do the task, and straight away have something. What is it that I can do right after that will make me feel good? So whether that's ticking our to-do list, or doing something fun. So yeah, so just that is what the habit loop is. Try and figure out what you need to do to make sure all those 4 things are visible or are part of it. So there's just a little lesson in that, because I know for my workout, my cue is not strong enough, and the craving, which is getting healthy and maybe losing a little bit of weight, is not strong enough, because I have bought myself, the clothes that I'm wearing at the moment are loose t-shirts and baggy pants. So the craving to want to lose weight is not strong enough, because I'm comfortable in the clothes I'm wearing. And so, but if I had to say work outside of the home, so maybe I need to get myself outside more and get dressed up. So then I will go, the craving to try and fit into my old clothes will be strong enough, and then I will exercise more, and then I'll reward myself by putting in my planner that I've ticked stuff. So at the moment, this is what I'm doing for my my workout tracker. So I have an old Hobonichi. So this is from 2024 that I didn't fill in. So I had lots of blank pages. So I ripped off all the ones that was I had written in, and then so each week I'm just writing, you know, small habits. So get outside, 10 to 15-minute walk, do 100 skips. And as you can see, I haven't been doing it. I'll cross them off because these last few days, my mood has not been, hasn't been as good. And then for my tracker, as a little reward that I can see visibly, is I put, did I work out? Did I do any type of movement? So at the moment, any movement, whether it's 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 100 skips, get myself outside. So yes, 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 yes. On Tuesday, I didn't get outside at all. I didn't do any, you know, my skipping or walking. So I put a no. It's just a yes or no. Did you move today? Yes or no. So I actually didn't do on Tuesday. So that's a little reward for me, because then I know I love playing with my planners. I love, you know, being able to mark them. So that's a little reward. That one, my my meh kind of mood was not having it. I was just going, I don't care. I don't want to do anything. I'm just going to stay home and do nothing. Although I didn't do nothing because I did film my podcast. But yeah, so there you go. You know, that's what my last 2 days. So if you too, in the last couple of days, feeling, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. Am I doing the right things? Then you can go and know that you are not alone. All right, so it is the 9th of January here. I'm going to do my journaling. So I've got a little prompt here. So let me see if I can type this. So if you too may want to do a journaling, and sometimes you just need to have a prompt. Let me see if I can type this in. Edit text. So, one thing you want to let go of right now. Okay. And save. Let me see if I can put this in. Okay, so if you want to do a little journaling, let's put that here. Okay, one thing, if you want a little prompt to journal, just, you know, doesn't have to be long, long-winded essay. It can just be something very simple. So let's have a look. Let me write down my own prompt. Let me just pop this while I'm writing. Sheila. Thanks for hanging out. Alexandra. Oh, I was saying Alexandria. Sorry, Alexandra. This one is the Kaweco Sport Fountain Pen. I think this color is a limited edition Sage. And I have the extra fine nib, and then I also purchased the clip to go, so it's sold separately. And because I like the fine nib because my writing is so small. If it's a thicker nib, then the letters start to look mushed up, you know, like because they're thicker. If it's the thicker nib, then each letter will look too thick, and then there's no definition. And because I loved it so much, I also got it in the honey. So again, this is another limited edition, but because this one has gold little whatever thingy body at the top, I've got the coordinating gold. So I may have to purchase another one because I do love them, and they come in the extra fine. And so yeah, just depending on, you know, some people find the extra fine too thin, especially maybe if you have you know, bigger writing, or you like it thicker. Yeah, but if you go into, I don't know if I have it in the, do I have, I think it should be in this, in my Amazon storefront, in the Fave pens, markers and highlighters, if you wanted to just check it out. That's in the that's on Amazon. Are you in the US? Because that's in the Amazon US storefront. Okay, so there's my little morning journal. So one thing you want to let go of right now. So for me, it's I have written down the need to be always having high achievement or big grand transformations or progress or success, especially when my word of the that I want to bring into 2026 is steady, gentle pace, taking my time, staying balanced, that I am enough, and trusting the process. So the feeling that I've had for the last couple of days where things are just even, no major spikes in, you know, in my analytics, everything's, it's, you know, it's not as if it's going down. It's actually still growing, but, you know, my brain wants it to be growing faster, or, you know, in a higher speed, or whatever it is. So this, what I'm feeling that I thought I was lacking is actually what I am wanting. The steadiness, the calmness. So then that way, if and when I am not able to, you know, perform at my highest because I'm either tired, or I'm mentally exhausted, or I'm emotionally not, you know, capable that day, then by being steady, I will still be able to manage. So what I want to let go of for today or right now is wanting to things to be big, grand gestures and achievements and wins, because I always say small wins count. Okay. Oh, and this is, look what I did. I got this from Helen from the Coffee Monsters Co. That if there, because I had only written that much for the 7th and the 8th, so then I just I took off the excess page, so then that way it's still okay not to have written too many things down. Thanks so much. I love Kawako. I am a medium nib fan. I will have a closer look. No, Germany, but that is fine. I think if you still click on that link and then go into the German Amazon, I think I have linked, like it'll still, my affiliate link will still work if you go into the German Amazon. But anyway, so what is the time? What is the time? It is hanging out with me, everybody. I appreciate you so much. And those of you that have became members of my the weekly brain dump, thank you so much. Yeah, if you just click on the join button, I think it's around about here. Check it out, no obligation. But if you're like me, that sometimes I do better when I have company, or at least someone helps guide me to do my weekly brain dump, then that's what I've set it up for. But thank you so much. I appreciate you. I will see you all, well, if I know you're my Monday here in Sydney, Australia. Some of you, your Saturday, your Sunday afternoon or evening for our plan with me. Thank you so much for joining. I see you next time. Bye-bye.